Hey folks, Odd here, just with a quick earthquake update. A lot of earthquakes, 0 kilometer depth, still really shallow quakes. Just had another really shallow quake, a 5.1 in the southern mid-Atlantic ridge at a 10 kilometer depth. As you can see here, still a lot in California and Canada. Seems Greenville's just been rocking and shaking, so if they're over there, it must feel like a non-stop shake for them. If anybody lives around Greenville, California, please let us know how it feels over there and if you guys are alright, any damage, anything like that. I hope you guys stay safe. Also, we had the 6.8 in the Sea of Okasuk. So, another big quake there. 4.6 in the Philippines. They also had that 4.1 there. Another 4.0 in Greenville, California. If I go down here and show you, 5.8 south of Tonga. Again. And then that one was at a 10 kilometer depth. Chile had another 4.7. Indonesia had another 4.5. Japan, the 4.9. Then Greenville, California with the 4.9 again. A lot of earthquakes still happening. The earth is shaking to and fro like a drunkard right now. This right here is the 5.1 in the mid-Atlantic ridge. This is it says depth of 33 from CSEM and EMSC feed. So go ahead and show you guys that. Also up here in Canada, they had a 2.9. So keep our eyes out on that. A lot of quakes happening here. Another 2-pointer in Arkansas. Even Turkey's having a few quakes pop off. And then over here in France, they had a big 4.6 in France. So, Greece has been shaking and racking and rolling too. So we have to keep our eyes out on that. Now on RSOE, look at all these giant quakes. I mean, even over here around Puerto Rico and stuff. U.S. Virgin Islands having some shake-ups. So it shows you that the Mid-Atlantic is also, rocking and rolling. Remember last week we had all these 5.7, 5.3s and stuff, and 5.1s down here around the South Sandwich Islands. Then we have this, which was originally a 7.0, but downgraded to a 7.5. And this is at a 33 kilometer depth. This is the South Sandwich Islands. Then up here, on the same mid-Atlantic ridge, 5.1 in St. Helena. Okay, and it's showing two different ones. If I can get to the other one, just bear with me here. Yep, and then it's showing another 5.1. And we come over here. Indian Ocean last night had a 5.8 in the Cocos Islands at a 10 kilometer depth. Okay, and then over here, Papua New Guinea at a magnitude 5. And this was all within the past, since last night really, or yesterday, about 24 hours. The 5.8 in Tonga, then the 5, then another 5. So this is less than 24 hours, because they also had the 7.4 and the 6.3, which was originally 7.5 and a 6.6. Then we come up here, over here in Japan, had a little shaking and rolling. They had a 5.2 in Nami, Japan. Also, they had that other 5-pointer in Fukushima. Also over here in Iran, 5.1 in Iran as well. And then over here, they had that 6.4. I'll get a little closer here. Bear with me. Showing two different ones. 8.2. Go up a little higher than that one. 8.2. Now supposedly this quake was felt in Moscow. Powerful quake. All around here. This is Kamchatsky here, where they've been blowing up. Now they're having a lot of quakes here right behind this. Also all the quake activity all the way up through here and down into Japan. Okay, we had that plate fracture from Japan before that caused a tsunami. So it's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. A lot of crazy stuff going down. Also over here in California, Utah and all that, shaking and rolling as well. So we have to keep our eyes out on all of this, There's a lot of different things going on right now. 4.1 in Mapleton as well. So there we go. Go ahead and check here. 2.0 in Palmerville. So there's a lot of quakes. What's crazy is all these quakes are happening in such rapid pace right now. That RSE showing some feed that others aren't. Live earthquake map was down last night, but also showing more feed that other maps are not. It's 2.9 and Canada is on this map, but it's not on RSOE. See what I'm saying? Then on this map, you know, it's showing here. But you have this one right here, you know, this map wasn't showing the 7.0. It turned into a 6.5, but then RSOE was showing it down here. Okay. So there's so many quakes happening right now that only, you know, a few places are really picking up the earthquake activity. Even here on ANF. See, here on ANF, it's showing other quakes that haven't been popping up. This is a 5.9 in Alberta, Canada, to the Vancouver Islands location at it's a 5.9 at a 15-kilometer depth. And over here on the Gulf of Alaska, a 5.0. And then if you come down, you know, it's showing some of the most of the quake activity is going on right now around Canada, where they had that earthquake. And I thought I felt an earthquake last night. And come to find out, there was one right not that far away from me. So was quick hitter. But look at all these down here in Cuba. 6.2, 15-kilometer depth. Look at this, 5.2, 15-kilometer depth. Come over here, 5.6, 200-kilometer depth. 5.8, 15-kilometer depth. 15-kilometer depth, 5.8. 5.0, 34-kilometer depth. 4.9, 15-kilometer depth. And then a 4.8, 15-kilometer depth. You know, I'm wondering why this stuff is not being relayed to us. Here's a 5.0 at a 34-kilometer depth in the Caribbean loop. These red means recent. All the reds are recent. You know, 2.4s and 1.1s and stuff like that all up through here. You know, then you have all the other quake activity over here, 5.7 in California, 10-kilometer depth. Look at this. It's like over here, this is what USGS is not showing us, or anybody else, because this right here would be where the plate would fracture. And look, tension here, tension here. Then you take it over here, you even got tension up here, tension here, and tension across the sea. Even tension up through here. Over here to where Chatskaya is. See all this? There's a lot of earthquakes that they have not been talking about on the other sites, so we need to keep an eye out on all of this. Alright, so there we go, folks. Just wanted to show you that. Also here on Screenshot, I'll leave these links so you guys can check into all these other earthquakes. The China Lake maps and other maps on here that you guys can go ahead and look into. Very seismic, you know, a lot of seismic activity too here just since yesterday. You know, it's China Lake, the Glimis, Palomar, Riverside, and Santa Barbara. You guys want to look into all the seismic activity there. Also here in Yellowstone, you know, Madison River, I've been watching this now for a little bit. Madison River has been getting 2.6s and 1.1s, a lot of them. And as you can see here on these thumbnails, it's starting to show some activity, a lot of activity. Okay, so we need to keep our eyes out on this because some of it is shallow. And that is in Yellowstone National Park around Old Faithful. You know, big old volcano that way. You know, also some other spots showing some activity, Northeast Entrance. You know, Old Faithful, you know, the scariest part of it, showing some activity as well. So you guys want to go ahead and look into all of this major activity movement also around Yellowstone. But of course I have seen worse, but this is getting pretty bad in some spots, so we'll keep our eye out on it just in case. You know, never know when anything might blow, especially with what's going on right now. So there you go, folks, that is the update. Actually, I'm sorry, folks, just wanted to update you on a few more things. The 7.0 that was felt down around the Antarctica region, It's showing here on the CSEM EMSC maps, but it's not showing on any of the other maps. If you guys want to check it out for yourself, like always, I'll leave links. And also, supposedly, there was a 7.5 down in southwestern Atlantic Ocean as well. Okay, and this is also from the CSEM EMSC feed. So if you guys want to look into it, like I said, there's so many big quakes and so many quakes happening right now that is unprecedented. Okay, lots of activity going on. If you guys look right through here, you know, you guys could see pretty good amount of activity. Also here, I wanted to show you guys this. This is the volcano that is in California. This is what it looks like. Did get a few people yesterday telling me that there was smoke coming from it, but I'm not too sure. With all the volcanic activity, I would not be surprised if it doesn't erupt. So keep our eyes out on that. That is called Mount Lasson. Alright. Also, you know, Mount Rainier. You know, keep our eyes out on that. Even Mount St. Helens, a lot of people say won't erupt again. I beg to differ on that one. You know, there's been a lot of dormant and dead volcanoes coming to life here recently, so keep our eyes out on that. Fireball reports right now are at 10. Supposedly there was a fireball sighting last night, so keep our eyes out on that. See where that takes us for later on in the day. Also, if you guys want to check this out, you can check out more earthquakes, you know, from 1973 to 2013, how there's been a ramp up, so on and so forth. A lot of great information here. This is glennquist.com. Here's your current solar image. Solar data right now, we just had a C flare, but that's pretty much it. Everything right there seems to be quiet, but we are under a geomagnetic storm and radiation storm. Electron flux still acting stupid. KP index shot up to 5. And also down here, you can see in the Neo-Telsa monitors, shot up as well, so we'll keep our eyes out on that. Also on the neutron monitors, as you can see, we're having a lot of disturbances here on the pitch angle charts. Cosmic ray density also acting stupid really over here. It's the first time I've seen it do that on this chart. So keep our eyes out on that. Excuse me, allergies are horrible today. Muon monitors still acting stupid. MacMurder real-time data looks like another sudden drop again because of the storm that we're under. So keep our eyes out on that. HARP showing plasma penetration still, so our shields are extremely disturbed right now in our magnetosphere, so we have to keep an eye out on that. Also here on Solar Ham, you can see, boom, starting to go through the storm now. So keep our eyes out on this. It should be going through tomorrow, you know, through the next day. I'll just click on it just to go ahead and check in on the updates. Wow, look at all these deviations. Yeah, see, here we go. Everything's amping up. So I have to keep our eyes out on this. Solar wind speed just jumped up a few hundred miles an hour. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that. Also, temperature is also up. So keep our eyes out on that as well. Also here in Endless Spiral, here's Earth. Go ahead and refresh this. Boom. As you can see, Earth will get hit 25th through 26th. So we'll have to keep our eyes out on that as well, with that big solar flare heading this way, which was originally an M7.3, but of course they downgraded to a 5.0. What is up with NASA and USGS downgrading everything? What the monitors read first is what it actually is. What, let me guess, the monitor lies to you? Oh, that's not what it is. The monitor's lying. Let's downgrade this. Yeah, sorry, but alright folks, well there you go. That's the earthquake and solar news for right now. Have your outer world news later on this evening. Just wanted to get this out to you. You know, please be safe with all of these earthquakes. You know, also the tornado victims in Russia and Oklahoma. You know, please be safe, folks. You know, I'm praying for you all still. Everybody going through the earthquake swarms. You know, praying for all of you as well. You know, is Global Coastal Event on? I don't know, but I got my little ducky floaties on right now just in case. There we go, folks. You know, keep your eyes to the sky, feet on the ground, feel any shaking, rattling. And here we go, folks. Much love to you all, and may God bless.